to know,
Right.
I'm the leader of the council.
Yeah.
Can this lady ask a question? It will take less than 5 minutes. His answer equally will be what it will be, because he's a smart lad, he can think on his feet.
Probably writing his answer now.
And then we'll go.
That's a public concern.
It's asked him.
What I'll do is I will relay that to you. I'll relay that to
Too
you
much
then.
time to
Yeah.
prepare. And he didn't even answer that other question.
That's fine.
Right, so Deputy Mayor. So
Deputy Mayor, leader of the council,
Right.
will they
Come on,
allow
answer
this
this
question?
now.
Well, they come here and
Will
answer
it be? Can I ask you a question then? If it's not in this session, will it be more appropriate to do it in another session?
No.
Or was
Well,
that not acceptable?
The next session, right? No, that I understand that, but the next session, and regarding this question that I've got, this review that they're saying that they're doing, right, is going to be starting quite soon. The thing is, it's not what the public wants.
They're trying to control perception all the time.
Deputy Mayor, leader of the council, they can come here and show up, yeah?
Have you got a tray I can clean up?
Do you want a penny as well, Barney?
Am I on there? Am I?
Oh yeah, just shoot me.
Yeah, I just spoke to Roger.
He wants to get home, the lad.
Not that guy.
I don't know if this is recorded. But, and I did warn him. At least he's got a key to go and let dogs out later. Hey, did you notice I mentioned about his underpants? Did anybody notice I mentioned about Sean Fielding's underpants? Do you know about Sean Fielding? Do you know about Sean Fielding's underpants on Twitter? No, but do you? Have you heard about that? I bet Councillor Bashford knows about them. I bet he wished he was on the planning committee on the 1st of July as well. It wouldn't have all got cocked up so much, would it? It wouldn't have got cocked up so much if you were planning on 1st of July. Yeah. Well, Elaine, I don't know who's going to order me a pizza. Thank you, Kirsten. You're an angel. You can have the dogs. Thank you. Well, at least you know Ruby and Charlotte. The thing is, they're going to come back in. They're going to start this meeting again. And I'm going to say, can I ask my question now? And it's going to continue.
It's all right. You're being law-abiding, respectful.
I am being respectful.
And all they're trying to do is deny openness and transparency.
Mm.
And they claim that...
Well, that's Sean Fielding. Sean Fielding openly says that the Oldham Council are open and transparent.
But they're not.
Can you see that up there? Can you read that up there? It says Sean Fielding, BSc ONS, and it's the leaders of Oldham Borough Council. And can you see it says 2008 to dash? I think that might be till 2019. I think that's where he's going to get a 19 next to that. Anyway, for those of you who have never ever been in council chambers, I'll just give you a little look round. I don't know if you can see so much, but there's a lovely badge. Everybody's name, every councillor, your councillor for your area, they all have seats with their names on. And so they all sit around like that. And then it's the lady mayor or the mayor. She's not here this evening, so it's her deputy who's here. She's leading the meeting. So you'll just have to see. Paul, I'm not a legend.
Not really. I've been.
I'm just. It is a shambles, and if he had been here maybe for the 1st of July, maybe he would have been a bit more. It would have been a bit more properly, you know, at the planning. But then again, we had Steve Irvine here, so we all know that it won't. I don't know if this is recorded or if this stays recorded or I don't know, but I'm just going to keep live until either my battery runs flat or whatever.
At the end of the day, they've got
Are you
to.
aware of any council meeting ever being postponed during the meeting?
Well, the police haven't come. Somebody sent me a notification. I'm not clicking on that because I don't know what you do.
While I was a councillor, only Peter Brown disrupted, and that's all. All he wanted was an apology when a council refused to help him and his crack out.
Hi, Kimberly. Just tell Kieran not to worry if his grandma's arrested.
Did you hear him groaning though when she...
I know, groaning and all.
Here we go again with the challenges.
This isn't it, yeah?
I don't know, you had
They're
people.
That's what I'm doing.
and saying to themselves, we need to get this sorted.
They're getting paid to be here, we're
Yeah.
not. They're the ones who
This is not the party. I was a member of this party for 55 years. My children.
I don't know, you had people.
Some of the ex-councillors turned over in the grave.
Just a quick
This is not, I don't recognise this.
Joanne, I haven't brought me charger. I never thought about bringing my charger. They've unplugged, I don't know if you can see there, but they've unplugged the microphone. Rebecca Boobgate unplugged the microphone, so I plugged it back in again. And she's unplugged it again. I can believe, yes, I'm okay, darling. I'm just making a stand to ask a question at my full council meeting, which I'm well within my rights to do. It's about historic grooming. Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm standing in solidarity with a few others.
So they've unplugged the so they've unplugged the mic. So if I go over to the mic again,
I'll let you know when I get out and I'll jump up with the nine. I'll see you.
I'm here on my own, Joanne. I can't send anybody for a charger, and the only person that's got a key is my son, and he lives on Fitnell. So, and I can't really ask any councillors if they've got a spare charger. I could. Charlie Wong, why would I want the lads from our parade down? I don't know what you're doing here. I just want the answer to my question. Right, well, right, okay, so Christine, right, approve. Oh, right, okay. I just don't know what. Thank you, Kimberly. Oh, a firework display. Now, Charlie, you can only have a firework display if it costs over 48,000, because that's what they blew up in smoke last night. 48,000.
Usually get half a dozen people show up.
Well, I think if nothing gets
So,
resolved with this one, maybe we need to get as many here as
I don't know how you bring people on camera. I don't know what you do.
It's 2 months away.
Dare I ask for a charger? I will. I will ask someone. Has anybody brought a charger?
No.
Look who's here. Oh, she's brave enough to walk past me. Are we still going to ask? Are we still going to allow me to ask me question, Sean?
You brought up a dragged up. Answer the lady. She's asked you a question.
Deflecting blame and or responsibility.
Dave, you got a charger on you? No, I don't carry a charger.
Good evening, Yasmin. No answer. That's my councillor there, by the way. That's Yasmin Tor. That's one of my councillors.
Well, you've got Atik Rahman.
Yeah, I've got Atik Rahman. Yeah, he's my councillor as well. Yeah. Here's my other one, Mohammed Ali. Say hello, Mohammed.
Is that your councillor?
He's my councillor for Medlock Vale. Not for long, though, are you, Mohammed?
Won't be there for long.
Yeah, won't be there for long. Yeah. It's an iPhone. What's yours?
I don't know what this one is. That might be an iPhone.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No.
I've not got mine.
Right, so they've all come back in, so I won't stand up yet. I'll wait till they're all back
Dr.
in.
Chuan, standing in Cheadle, is an for the MP seat.
We know a lot about Dr. Chuan.
Dr. Chuan standing in Cheadle.
Yeah, we know a lot. We do know a lot about Dr. Chuan.
You want to be an MP? I can't see him in that seat, Cheadle.
I hope they've prepared a statement for me, Mark. Paul Jarvis reply. I don't know what that means, Paul Jarvis.
Openness and transparency you're witnessing here on a simple question.
Yeah.
Socialists.
All right.
We don't rise, apparently. We don't consent to what they're doing. I'm not standing up anyway now.
We will reconvene. We'll carry on with questions to the leader. Those who've got your Fitbits on tonight, at least the consolation is you have a lot more steps on them. Thank you, Councillor.
So, Lady Mayor, Deputy Lady, am I going to be able to ask my question now?
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Sykes, would you think I might be able to ask my question now?
My first question tonight
Oh, so I'm being totally ignored. There we go. People of Oldham, you've got the lead councillor of the Liberal Party actually helping the Labour Party by ignoring. Can you hear that? These people find it funny.
There is a real fear, despite promises that the cake will be smaller.
No one.
Places like Oldham will lose out. The UK government has also paid Oldham Council £350,000 for so-called Brexit preparations.
There's a fear over this side that child grooming is being covered up.
For the worst. Of the £315,000 of UK Brexit preparation money, Oldham Council has currently spent £35,000 in total, so I'm told. 20,000 extra on food banks and 15 making sure that European child nationals incur and receive separate status before the deadline of the 31st of October. That leaves a rather substantial pot of just short of £300,000, 280 to be exact.
How much of that is being spent on the investigation, or sorry, should I say review, on the historic grooming that's Councillor Sean Fielding has put a statement out on Oldham Council website on Friday.
Vote Labour, pro-child abuse, pro-corruption behaviour. That's all we want. Vote Labour. You know it counts.
And here he is, the main man. Sean, are you going to answer my question now? Sean! Sean!
It's a very important question.
I have a very important question for you, Councillor Fielding. Would you like to answer my question?
What happened to transparency and openness? What happened to
What?
transparency?
Excuse me,
and
Councillor
openness?
Fielding. Would you like to answer my question? Should we discuss Undergate then? Why don't we discuss Undergate on Twitter?
What happened to transparency and openness?
Councillor Sean Fielding openly says that he is open and transparent, but yet when a member of the community wants to ask an honest and genuinely concerning question, he makes sure that one, the question isn't asked, and then makes sure that everybody is taken out of the room.
Silence is complicity. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank the leader for his answer, and just wonder whether we just need to revisit maybe the food banks again out that coming up to the time.
So their strategy is now to completely ignore a resident. Completely ignore.
Where's the openness? Where's the transparency?
This is unbelievable. You've got 250 people viewing you right now. 250 people, residents of Oldham community, watching this charade right now of how you will not allow one person to ask a 5-minute question.
And openness.
Instead, you are now completely ignoring me. What do you have to hide from? Why do you fear my question?
They want to cover up the truth.
Nothing to say, Howard, about the child abuse. This year,
Councillor Sykes, did you not actually email into Councillor Fielding asking about the historic grooming that's been going on within the older community under the leadership of Jim McMahon? Did you not yourself email in? He did do, didn't he? So why is he not responding and asking these questions himself?
He doesn't like accountability. Credit where credit is due. Waterhead Academy is the only school that shows improving performance. Others are deteriorating.
Do you not really want to know the answers to these questions, Councillor Sykes? Being the opposition to Councillor Fielding, the Labour Party. Do you really not want to know the answers? You do realise that what they are doing is not actually an independent investigation. It is an internal review with links with Dr. Mark Peel, who has also links with Lambert Council under the cooperative, which links with Oldham Metropolitan Borough. So it's not actually an independent. Would you like to answer that, Councillor Fielding?
Stand up and be counted.
No response, Sean. So that statement that you put out on Friday on Oldham Council website about Dr. Mark Peel, do you know about the secret meetings that he used to have with Huddersfield Council? Do you know about that? Do you know that we're not going to allow him to have secret meetings with yourselves? Do you know that?
When are you taking legal action against Roger Meir?
Yes. Can I just ask you about Roger Meir MBE? Which you keep stating is barefaced lies, which we've all seen the evidence.
You've got allegations, take him to court.
Strong record on education will continue to invest in standards I'm confident will improve. Thank you, Madam Deputy.
Coward.
Oldham Council are a farce to be reckoned with.
You're looking a bit shady there now, Sean. Looking a bit flustered there now, kid.
With the announcement of a general election, I'm sure we will all be extra busy leafleting and canvassing over the next.
There are definitely some leaflets going around the Oldham Borough within the next couple of weeks. You can guarantee that there's leaflets going about, exposing everything. The front page is going to be Sean Fielding's underpants with a big hole in, because he thinks that's great on Twitter.
People say they always vote a certain way. So did their parents, so did their grandparents.
Oh, so he's Tory.
It's about time.
He's not the leader, though, is he?
No, it's not him.
No.
And I believe we should ask the people of Oldham
Who's the leader?
use the vote.
John Hudson. What's he called?
Think which candidate will best represent.
Mr. Sheldon, would you like to respond under your leader about the email that you sent in about the grooming gangs? Have you had a response from this email? Have you had a response, sir?
Looking forward to a Conservative win, we should expect to leave the EU.
Oh, you're definitely going to get a Conservative win.
Will the leader inform council of the preparations in place for this? Councillors will no doubt be the first call on some businesses and individuals who need advice and assistance.
I am calm.
Be ready to direct anybody to the correct means of help. I would also like to add that I expect it will be business as usual on the 1st of February. Thank you.
Does that include the cover up?
Do you know about the grooming gangs that's been covered up? Do you know about this? Would you like to respond to it? Did you only think you caught the question? I've got a really nice question for you, Sean Fielding. Would you like to? I'll ask you my question now for everybody to hear, and then you can respond to it. How about that?
The £315,000, however, pales in significance compared to the £208 million that Councillor Sheldon's national colleagues have cut from this council. The £315,000 is not enough to cover the cost of living, and the cost of living crisis we are now facing. Councillor Sheldon, On his earlier comments about selecting which is the best candidate to represent the people of Oldham down in Westminster in the forthcoming...
Councillor Fielding, would you like to answer the comments about the question that the statement that your father put on Facebook about how white people would cross the road to not speak to an Asian gentleman? Would you like to comment on your father's comment on Facebook? No, I won't, shush.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor.
Democratic meeting. She's got every right to speak.
Do you want to respond to that, Sean? About what your dad said? Apple don't fall far from tree there, does it, kid? Eh? People cross the road so they don't speak to Asian people. That's what your father said.
Allow us to invest in the vital services for families.
Calling Councillor Rushdown to answer.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. Thank you, Councillor Davis, for the question.
Councillor Mushtaq, would you like to respond to your brother sending statements on Facebook about Kaiser? Would you?
And the subsequent Tory governments. A 2019 report...
I can shout as well. Councillor Mushtaq, I can shout as well.
...in the number of children's centres by up to 1...
About your brother putting statements on Facebook from his law firm.
Was the legal action against Roger?
Would you like to comment on what your brother has said?
Come on, Sean, come on. Was the legal action against Roger for telling lies? Take action.
The free schools, which has enabled individuals to abuse the public purse, something we have been victims of in Oldham with the form of...
I'll tell you what is a victim. White girls, that's what's been a victim. Dirty tricks, dirty tricks. Councillor Mushtaq.
How many properties do your family own in Oldham?
Education and skills system, including free 30-hour education for 2, 3 and 4-year-olds, ensuring all children
should be ashamed.
5 full days a week.
Getting Irish Jimmy to put a statement on Facebook. Thought he was in prison. Councillor Shah, is your mate still in prison? Councillor Shah, could you just answer me the question? Is Irish Jimmy in prison, and if so, how does he manage to put a post on Facebook? Would you like to answer that question, Councillor Shah? Would you like to answer that question? Would you like to answer that question, Councillor Shah? Your best mate. How does he manage to put a post on Facebook?
Why was Councillor Ewan MacDonald not put up for re-election?
Don't forget Oldham, vote for Jihadi Jim. Pro corruption, pro cover up.
The members of the party whose very name suggests that they want to put the interest of Saddleworth first.
So they're obviously just going to ignore me. They're not going to arrest me because they're peeking through the door. So their tactic is...
They're not breaking the law.
Would you like to respond to his father's post or first, Sean? Would you like to respond to your father's post about crossing the road and not speaking to Asian people? Do you know why they didn't? Do you know why they didn't attend at that meeting at Saddleworth First?
Called Proud of Oldham and Saddleworth, the acronym of which spells who's. So Saddleworth First, or the representatives elected to Saddleworth First, were at home instead of attending the parish council meeting.
Are you listening to this, Paul?
Or how to push out their message of who's during the forthcoming elections. I'm wasted it.
Councillor Mushtaq, Mohibi's gone out. He talks about poo all time and ripped underpants. He posts them on Twitter. Plus his photographs of his underpants on Twitter for all world to see. I don't know what's up with him. Insinuating that his girlfriend rips him off with her teeth.
Weren't you still living at home, Sean, a year ago? And yet they made you leader of Oldham Council.
This is the leader of Oldham Council, this.
His mum and dad.
No, he don't live with his mum and dad. He lives with his girlfriend. Councillor Ibrahim, ask them about historic grooming within the cartel.
Please can you tell us how many families are currently living in temporary accommodation, waiting for a new home, how this compares with this time last year, and what action...
I'll tell you about this time last year. This time last year, First Choice Homes wanted to build 28 houses on Keb Lane. They was completed and signed up in July, and guess what? There's still 5 still empty. Why are these still empty? They don't want to answer that one either.
In quarter 2 2018-19, there were 67 houses.
He said that the Saddleworth First have organised a new group now, and they're called POO. People of Oldham. POO.
And today, we still have 146 families living in temporary accommodation.
There's 5 empty at Keb Lane they can move into tomorrow. Brand new houses, 3 bedroom, built on 2 aqua streams or. They can move in, 5 empty houses, brand new for you.
Housing benefit no longer covers rents. The detrimental impact of universal credit affects too many in our borough, and the benefit cap and child benefit limits, all these need to go. The government promised reform Section 21 no-fault evictions, the major cause of homelessness here and across the country. But to
this councillor that's talking now actually lives in Saddleworth, can you believe it? She's a councillor for Royton though.
And a pledge made by the Tories in 2014 to deliver a starters homes policy has not been delivered. We are on
Can you see this lot here? Aroof Shah, Jabba Jabba, Dr. Chauhan, Shawfield, all laughing. Can you see them laughing? These are your people that are in charge, and they're all laughing. They think it's hilarious. Even Jean Stretton looks embarrassed by it all.
Funding of 4 billion for social homes, scrapping the idea that 80% of market rent is affordable and peg rents to incomes, to end the right to buy.
300 people watching this now, live, 300.
New rights and to build first buy homes.
I've had 2 offers for 5 of the houses that are empty on here already.
We need a government for the many, and which will work with Oldham Council to provide safe, warm, affordable.
There's 5 at Keb Lane empty now. They're finished. You can go and move in them now. 5 houses empty. That First Choice Homes were affordable homes for the 4,000 people on the waiting list. So that you've got 5 people there that can move in.
We need transparency and openness.
Shaw and Compton councillors received a briefing from council officers saying that if a family moved into the area, there would not.
Ruth, you can have one of them houses, love. Look at Mushtaq there sneaking back in. He's been on phone to his brother. Been on phone to saying, "What are you doing posting with Irish Immy?" That's what Mushtaq's doing. He doesn't want to answer about that. I was just saying, Councillor Mushtaq just been on phone to his brother saying, "What are you doing putting posts up from Irish Immy?"
Great character reference, isn't it? Irish Immy.
A call upon Councillor Mushtaq.
Oh yeah, please.
What did your brother say? Councillor Mushtaq, what did your brother say when you just phoned him and said, "What are you doing putting posts up from Irish Immy?"
Question on board and I will get back to you. Thank you very much.
You'll get back to me, did you say?
Put it in the post.
Put it on a post stamp.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Oldham Council has declared a climate emergency and is bringing forward a comprehensive strategy to develop green Oldham and tackle climate change. Could the Cabinet
Sean Field is checking his phone now to see if he can watch me live. Hi, Sean. Hi, Sean.
Call upon Councillor Jabbar to respond.
Do you remember when I said to you, Sean, do you know, I've got a lot of hopes for you? How wrong was I? How wrong was I, Sean? And this is what you make people do by your behaviour. You make 56-year-old disabled women having to come up and do this because you don't answer your emails either, do you, Sean? Is your computer broke, Sean? Sean, is your computer broke? Because I've emailed you and emailed you, Sean. And you've not answered one email, kid. Why are you not answering your emails?
Resident and businesses in terms of jobs, training.
He did, Wade. Yeah, he did.
So you are.
And a higher quality of life. Oldham cannot achieve all this alone.
Oldham cannot achieve anything under the Labour Council. That's what Oldham can't achieve. The sooner the Conservatives get in, the better.
Investment in renewable energy, potentially through a new regime of financial incentive. This would support the council's ambition to build solar farms and develop community energy groups, helping them to decarbonize targets for 2025 for all councils and 2030.
I can't see Paul. I don't know if he's here or not.
Industries affected by low carbon transition.
There's somebody on there, a fellow, I don't know who he is.
Businesses to go green and become more competitive, protecting jobs and creating new high quality jobs. Support.
Councillor Jabbar, would you like to quote on how Jim McMahon holds Labour rallies in Oldham Central Mosque? Would you like to comment on that? And how he goes to Oldham Central Mosque and thanks them for their votes? Could you just explain, Councillor Jabbar, how the votes are collected at Oldham Central Mosque? Would you like to comment on that, Councillor Jabbar? Councillor Jabbar, would you like to respond to Jim McMahon holding a rally in a mosque, in a place of faith? In a mosque, yeah?
It seems to be having to be closed on a very regular basis. This is the main feeder road to the Salmonfield Industrial Estate.
Would anybody like to tell me what role Shabir Hamid, i.e. Daddy, Shabir, had at the Oldham Council? Would anybody like to respond to that? I believe he had a role with benefits advisor for vulnerable children. Would anybody like to respond about that role?
And he was a member of the Labour Party as well.
Would anybody like to respond to that? How Daddy from the grooming gangs that got arrested, and that's why we're not having an independent investigation, I'm assuming, Sean Fielding, and we're not having it till after he was arrested, because that means it brings it in and it brings it out that he worked for Oldham Council and was a Labour councillor. He was a member of the Labour Party, but he worked for the council.
Progress also to identify a long-term solution.
He was in and out of the Labour Party offices.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor.
Sean, would you like to answer that question about Daddy, the grooming gangs? Shabir Ahmed, would you like to answer that question? Sean, give us a wave, Sean. Sean, would you like to answer that question about him working for Oldham Council on benefits advisor for vulnerable families? Would you like to respond to that?
The seasoned crime officers.
No, that's a no then, is it?
However, this will require the building to undergo refurbishment. It's being modernised for this purpose.
Do we need to talk about the postal vote while we're here? Yeah, I'd grab my nose as well, Sean. Do we want to talk about the postal vote, mate?
Oh, no. Don't bring up the postal vote.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Councillor Shah, would you like to respond about your involvement with drug dealers and things like that? Would you like to respond to your
claims of hanging out with Irish Immy, who is Dale Cregan's getaway driver, who killed 2 police officers, one of them from Oldham. Would you like to respond to that, Councillor Shah? Let's zoom in on Councillor Shah. I'm zooming in on Councillor Shah. Would you like to respond to that? Arouge? Arouge? Shall I show you a photo? Shall I show everybody in here the photograph of you two cozying up in his car, having a Costa coffee? Would anybody like to comment that Jim McMahon has sent out a nice post about let's all get our postal votes in early? We like to get our postal votes in early so that the cartel can go and knock on the door to collect them.
That's it, play dumb, Sean. You're good at that.
This would have seen the 4-wide 20 miles an hour speed limits on residential roads. Sadly, this was not taken.
Hey, 20 miles an hour. Well, I'll tell you what, Sean Fielding can get from here to Failsworth 9 minutes on his bike. Can't you, Sean?
Downhill all the way.
Downhill all the way, kid. But do you know what that thing's a bit symbolic? Downhill all the way.
Plenty of postal votes in Coldhurst.
Yeah, thank you for the question. We acknowledge it.
Plenty of postal votes in Coldhurst.
Yeah, you sit down, love. You're all right.
You did your bit.
You did your bit, love. Councillor Shah, do we all get free ice creams after this meeting tonight at your lovely ice cream parlour? Do we all get free ice creams? With you being the director and all.
And you changed it. You got the council
What?
to change it.
Am I not young enough to have ice cream?
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor, and thank you, Councillor Shuttleworth, for your question. The cost of winter fitting is entirely dependent on what the winter months throw out.
So they would rather discuss winter gritting, which I know is important, than discuss historical grooming and the investigation. They would rather discuss that. I do know that gritting is important, and I myself, after having a double hip replacement, wouldn't like to slip on any ice. But I would like answers to the question of why we are not going to be having an independent investigation instead of an internal review only starting from 2012 and 2013. Come on, just answer the question, Sean. Sean, just answer the question.
Pedo protectors.
Can I just thank everybody for working so hard?
You get
Oh,
paid
yeah, it's
for
really
it.
tough. You get paid for
You
it.
get paid for it.
Yeah.
Just be aware it's not going to go away.
I'm not attacking democracy. I am demonstrating my democratic rights.
So he's going to throw fish out then.
Questions on cabinet minutes, and I call on Councillor Fielding to move and Councillor Shaw to second the council and ask that council notes the minutes of the cabinet meetings as circulated.
They're not answering one question. They totally. What's the word? What's the words?
Any members who are not cabinet
Snowflaking me or something daft like that. I don't know what the word is.
on cabinet minutes.
Right. Well, in that time that you've not got any questions, I've got time to ask me question. In that time that you've not got time because you don't have anything to ask, I can ask me question. Lady Mayor, Deputy Lady Mayor, I owe you about 40 quid now. Deputy Lady Mayor, I could ask you this question.
Page 33, section 9 on highway services for the Cabinet Member on Neighbourhood Services. I'm sure you're aware at the moment there is currently no budget to replace or repair the
decency about them.
speed signs, which means those signs are not working correctly or are faulty. A review of the future of those who were...
So within this council meeting, they've actually not got any questions or they've got nothing to answer. So they've got time to allow me to ask my question and to answer this question. They're still not taking that opportunity. They still want to talk about gravelling, roads and road signs and what have you. They don't want to ask. They don't want to answer this question.
Yeah. Child abuse, the question.
Go on, Sean, answer the question. So, why are we not having an independent investigation with people that don't have links with Oldham Council, i.e. Dr. Mark Peel, who has connections with Lambeth Council and Oldham Council under the cooperative? Why are we not having an independent investigation? Would you like to answer that question over historic grooming?
And you wasn't around at the time.
And I wouldn't mind Sean Fielding, but you weren't even around then. You were still digging trolleys out of Tesco's canal at Failsworth. So why are you avoiding this? I've got no idea.
Charlie Parker was involved with all this.
Answer the question, Sean. Just answer the question.
Yes, thank you, Deputy Mayor. It's on the minutes page 35, August 2019.
Caroline Wilkins wasn't involved with it. It was Charlie Parker.
Caroline Wilkins was involved.
Well,
I'm sorry, but yes, Caroline Wilkins was involved.
Charlie Parker was the chief executive.
Would you like to go and get some orange juice?
Charlie Parker, where's Charlie Parker?
With the heavy amount of wet weather we've experienced, can I ask for reassurances that the high-risk areas across the borough have been inspected appropriately? I would also like to know that...
On a personal note, Levington Drive should have been done in October. It's not been done. More potholes than I don't know what. In fact, there's more potholes in Levington Drive than what there are in Sean Fielding's underpants. True that, Sean. There's more potholes in Levington Drive than what there are in your underpants.
Yeah, so we take issues of flooding very seriously. Obviously,
You don't take CSE very seriously.
You're not taking this historic grooming seriously, are you, Sean? Not answering emails, not responding to concerned residents.
Are you going to pledge to look into child grooming as well?
Regarding safeguarding. Now, what's happening in these poor children's homes with these children at the moment? Councillor Fielding, would you like to answer this question? All right, Ali.
I can't. Said you can't. Please can't do
You're not arresting me then, kid?
No, we can't.
Thanks a lot for that. Because I'm disabled anyway, so it'd just be an uproar, wouldn't it?
You're speaking up on behalf of parents.
It'd be an uproar if you arrested me. If you go on, go and carry on doing your job. You're all right, mate. They're not going to answer anything. You carry on because the deputy lady mayoress is concerned that you're being taken away from your role. You crack on doing your job, love. If you could arrest some of these councillors for not doing the job, that'd be absolutely excellent. Well, Jim McMahon's looking like he's going to be having a few words with a few police officers very soon. Hey, did you all see that then? Councillor Fielding is in a meeting on his laptop on Facebook. You see that then? That's fantastic. It's true, Jean, I've just seen it.
Some of the councillors are doing the crossword at the back.
Drain clearing vehicle, sorry. This would
Can you hear me?
Poor Jean, there she is. Pushed it back now, pushed out. She was pushed out by these lot.
Some councils at the back are doing a press room.
There's one asleep over there. Look at him. Oh, I've woke him up now.
You've done your best, kid.
The slow process of getting round to the grid is that we are relying on one wagon, and I think we should be looking at employing more people.
I know, Rocket. Sean Feeney's got loads to say on Twitter. Absolutely loads to say on Twitter. Saying naff all now, like. Absolutely naff all. Got nothing to say now. Nothing to see here, he's saying. Nothing to see here. Rather chew my pen than answer a question. I'd rather chew my pen. I think he's wondering where to get some more boxes, actually. I think he needs to go to Marks and Spencer's. But I'd sort his washing machine out first. I wonder if he sorted... Sean, have you sorted your washing machine out? Councillor Shah, would you like to answer this question about Irish Immy? Would you like to answer this question? That'll be a no then, will it?
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. And Madam, would you please be quiet?
No, I won't, actually. No, I won't.
They were complaining, the Tories, and they're not. The questions have been.
Excuse me, are you not a Conservative councillor? Did you not write in and email these people for answers? I just think you're so rude. I just think you're so rude. Did you not write in for? Did you not email in to the leader of the council and ask for answers regarding such terrible grooming that's been going on in Oldham? And more's the point, did you get answers? Because he's not answered anybody else.
I think the residents have said...
Calling me rude. How rude. It's just come off Facebook now on his laptop, just in case anybody checks.
That was the Conservative Party calling you rude for interrupting the meeting.
Conservative Party, but say that again.
That was the Conservative Party calling you for interrupting the meeting regarding allegations of child abuse.
Yeah.
And they complained that their questions about it had not been answered.
There you go. Do you know her name?
Councillor Pam Byrne for Saddleworth.
There you go, people. That's your Saddleworth councillor for you. Doesn't want to know the answers. Doesn't want the question asking.
I sent photographs at every stage. And I can only commend...
Every councillor in here is all protecting them. Every councillor.
And they have a lot of patience because they also have to...
Just here now, here, this one, that is my councillor, Mohammed Alias. He is the councillor from my Medlock Vale, where I live. He is my Labour councillor, and he's not sticking up for me. He's not even looking at me. He won't even look at me. We've had many a conversation by a messenger, though, haven't we? But he won't answer that either, will you? No. This poor fella's been brought into something that he don't even know he's been brought into. That's what this poor fella's been brought into. The best thing he can do is quit. That's the best thing he can do, and carry on doing his work in the community, which he's been doing.
Let's also say that a lot of these councillors don't know about the child abuse that was going on. Only the people that are sat in here now.
The people that, well, let me tell you something. There's one person sat in here right now, in this room. There's part 5 that's just come out tonight.
Well, we know that.
And they all know what part 5 is. Welcome to Oldham. They know that, don't they? Here she is. You see that? That's Yasmin Tor. She's my other councillor for Medlock Vale. She won't even look at me. She were all right though when she was parked outside physiotherapy yesterday with her engine running. When it says don't leave your engine running, she were all right then though.
can you let the viewers know that a lot of the councillors in here are not aware of the charges? It was that much covered up by Jim.
Hello, darling. I'm just going across and shake your hand. What's your name? Lovely to meet you.
There's only a small minority of councillors that were involved in the child abuse that have not put at arm's length this despicable man, Shabir Ahmed, that was in and out of the Church Lane Labour Party offices at the time. They are sat in this room now.
Point them out to me, Warren.
I can't point them out to you. They know who they are.
They do know who they are.
They know who they are. It's only a small minority. And they're sweating now in here, I'm telling you.
Yes, Suzanne. This is really a full council meeting of all your councillors. There's a couple missing. There's a few missing. But yeah, this is it. This is your Oldham Council. This is it. This is them. These are there.
I refer to the Oldham Leadership Board minutes, page 97, section.
And also,
3.
can I say,
Can I also say,
that if they're going to have if they're going to have an internal review,
I think I've proved my point. I think I have proved my point this evening, everybody. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go home.
Yeah, can I just say this?
Go on then, Warren.
If you're going to have an internal review, that all the councillors in 2012
2010, 2011, 2010,
the lead councillors on the children's committees at the time should be brought in and interviewed.
Not with this lot, they don't.
Well, that's what we want.
We're not being interviewed by this lot.
Well, we're asking for that.
We're asking for an independence. So people of Oldham together. My battery's about to go, which Sean Fielding's going to love. Here he is. Bye, Sean. I'm going home, kid. All right? I'm going to lead you to it. I've made my point. You're a shower of shit. You've not answered one question.
This is not the end of it.
Don't need to swear. It's not the end of it. It's only the start.
Not by a long shot.
I'm going home now. So I will bid you all good night, everybody, because I'm going to go home to my dogs. Because you know what? This shower of rubbish here, these councillors here, I only hope that every one of you that are watching this vote these lot out.
And parents of children.
Get them out, because these lot have all proved tonight that they don't want one question answered that is responding to Sean Fielding's statements. That's all they're doing. So I'm going to bid you all a wonderful good night. Catch you all when I get home, when I put my phone on charge. Night, everybody. Son, Anthony, I've not been arrested. They're not going to arrest me. So I'll be there to pick the kids up in the morning. Night, God bless everybody.